good.
First time on air. Anything to say to Lawan here to get him back?
Look, bro, there are stories I could tell people about Lawan, but we'll keep those right here. I'm gonna let him live.
That's not even close.
Man, I'm a dumbass.
I'm clipping that.
Georgia's second.
Hey, Georgia also had Herschel Walker.
So smart, and my team is so dumb. My coach he looks dumb. He's a big baby. This
Dude,
man,
those graphics.
Rip, so smart.
Episode 2.
Uh-oh.
No,
Did we lose Hacky? It always happens right at the beginning.
I thought that was me.
Nope.
Can't
Can't
hear
hear you. We got
Mine.
episode something.
I'm hacky.
Episode something. That sounded promising.
All right, am I good?
Yeah, there he is.
All right, episode 220. Dude, I have too many damn cords, and I'm just like rubbing into them.
Classic.
228. Happy New Year. Haven't seen you guys all year, but
Yeah, whatever.
that's a good day.
Sheesh.
We got wild card weekend. We got college football semifinals. We got a little NBA, a little hoop action college. Black Monday rolled into Tuesday. NFL coaches getting fired. We'll talk about those. And yeah, stay warm, boys. Let's just have one hell of an episode here. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Let's roll into hoop talk because I'm gonna be honest. I told Devontae this. I have not been following any hoops. I'll throw a little money here and there. I just know my Celtics aren't as dominating as I once thought they were. But then we'll turn around and beat, the Thunder or something. It's like, okay, maybe we're back on track, and then we'll lose to the fucking Nets or the Pistons. Like, what the hell is going on here? But go ahead. Let's talk a little NBA. Devontae, I'm passing you ISO.
Speaking of your Celtics, I just saw from my sleeper app that your boy Derek White is randomly injured, even though he's been playing like pretty much all the games. Jason Tatum has been carrying. Right now, I think the Lakers are playing the Mavs. Pretty close game right now. Klay Thompson is actually shooting the basketball and is actually going in. So greater times are coming. So we'll see what comes from that. I guess we're getting now into the actual basketball season now that we're in January. Football is dwindling down, and now more people are about to pay attention to basketball. But I'm gonna be honest with you, you haven't really missed much. Like Wemby has been going off, some of the rookies have been going off, like Ron Holland from the Pistons, he's been going off, which I didn't expect. Dalton Connect has been carrying. LeBron hit I don't know if it was an alley-oop or was it a pass, but he hit a windmill dunk on somebody. And I don't know, man. We might have to say the roids are back roiding or something. I don't know, because that's crazy. But yeah, man, it's here and there. It's hit and miss. There's a lot more drama in the NBA than actual basketball. And people are just now figuring out, like, it's not worth watching like it used to be honest. And I've been watching it, and yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like I remember Christmas Day was like, okay, this is when you tune in to the NBA. This is when you start rolling. Mm-hmm. And this year, like obviously football was on Netflix, and it's like, okay, that kind of took my attention away. And then I just like they didn't have the same juice, the same energy to it. But I did see Jimmy Butler. He's no longer with the Heat right now. Oh, we lost Devontae there.
I'm here.
Okay.
I can hear him.
I was
Come back to light, Devontae.
No, I was yeah. We're good.
You ever thought you were gone in the dark abyss?
No.
But yeah, like I see him. He's not with the Heat right now. And then there was it the Heat and Raptors got into it?
Rockets.
Like almost Malice in the Palace, but not even half as bad.
It was the Heat and the Rockets. What was crazy, I think even before that, it was Najee Marshall. Oh, Najee Marshall. It was the Mavs and the Suns. And I think Yusuf Nurkic either shoved Najee Marshall and he was about to swing on him, and then everybody broke him apart. And then Super PJ Washington came in because Where there's negativity, there's PJ, and I love it. But then Tyler Hero got yoked up finally by Amen Thompson, and to be honest, like just looking at him, I didn't know he was that strong, or maybe Tyler Hero was just that weak. Love to see it. Scary Terry hopped up, and he was about to clear all that shit out, so that was fun too. But
Yeah, I'm with you.
or
I
just
do think
more
Tyler
drama
Hero's
than
that week though.
basketball. So that's what we like to see, drama.
Exactly. Fitz, anything from you? I know you've been busy traveling and everything.
Man, I'm trying to catch up here. I'm looking at some NBA leaders and stats and looking at the standings. I mean, from what I've seen, so I've had my calendar marked for the Thunder Wolves game in February. I'm going to that one. And was expecting good things, but man, the Wolves, ever since they traded Cat, they have not been the same. They're very middle of the pack. Edwards has looked great still, but Cat is just taking the Knicks to the next level. So I think that's been the big surprise. And just looking at the East, I knew the Knicks were good. I had no idea the Cavs were number one. Like, that's incredible. I know nothing about it. Just looking at the stats, it looks like they have a little bit of the backcourt with Mitchell and whoever their point guard is. I can't remember who their point guard is. Garland?
It's Garland.
Is that who it is? Yeah. I haven't watched them play, but I imagine there's a little bit of the backcourt, and then you got that kid from Southern Cal, Mobley, right? I haven't seen them play. Like, again, this is the time of year where I just start to get into basketball, but that was definitely a surprise. Seeing the
And
Cavs
they're 31-4, which is like mind-boggling to me.
Yeah. Yeah, the Thunder are 30-5, which, I mean, the Thunder have been, I mean, they were good last year,
yeah.
But the Cavs are they better than the Thunder? It's
Yeah.
crazy.
And that East is so thick.
Yeah. It's kind of it's like initially it used to be top heavy, but it seems like the parity is evening out. Because I know the first time I watched the Cavs, they were dominated in the cup, and I guess they just kind of took off from there. I was looking actually the sort of bottom teams in the East, at least. So my Wizards are finally winning games. I think they beat the Bulls. I think they I think they lost in overtime to the Knicks. But a lot of kind of under the radar teams have been doing pretty well as far as like in the West and in the East. So now that we're closing in on the middle of the regular season, we'll see how that shakes out. Who can stay healthy and all that stuff. What are the top loaded teams? What are they going to do? The Lakers traded away D'Angelo Russell back to the Nets, and they got Shake Milton, who's a name that we haven't heard in a minute. Shake Milton and Dorian Finney-Smith. I don't know how well that's going because I haven't watched them since then, but I mean I guess it helps out something. Random fact: that song that people have been talking about that Jello Ball dropped, Swerve Hit the Corner and all that stuff, Lonzo Ball wrote that.
Oh yeah.
To add to that, he's actually playing and doing numbers out there for the Bulls. So hey man, Lonzo's back.
Yeah, I do. I'm not a big fan of the Ball family, but I do like his story where he pretty much for 2 years he was out the game because of his knee injury, and they just couldn't figure it out. They couldn't get him right. So I'm glad to see him balling again. And did LaMelo get the Hawk Tour girl tattooed on his face?
Wait, what?
Dude, I saw that today. I don't know if it's true or not.
What? Stop. Yeah.
I have no idea.
That is not
that
not
girl
LaMelo.
is just
Let's do our Googles right now.
I saw it on the Everything app. X.
It says AI overview says no, LaMelo Ball does not have.
Okay.
All
AI overview. AI overview. That's crazy.
You gotta trust it.
AI. I trust AI.
Yeah. Devontae, you gave us some games to hit here. When are they tipping off? I guess let's do our picks. I'll let you run through them.
All right. Let me go back to.
I'm going this thing blind, Fitz. I know nothing, Jon Snow.
Sure.
I think
Is
well, I
that
did
this week?
stick to like just this week. So
Yeah.
so Mavs and Lakers are playing right now. And then I moved from Tuesday, and then Wednesday we have Wednesday we have the Thunder and the Cavs.
Ooh,
It's in OKC.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
Oh, it's in Cleveland.
Oh, it's in. Give me the Cavs. Taking them.
Yeah, and then so Spurs and the Bucks. Spurs are coming to the Bucks. You got a Wemby and Giannis face off again.
Yep.
Give me Wemby. Give me the Spurs.
I
Spurs.
take the Bucks in that one.
I'm gonna take the Bucks in that one too, just because now that Chris Middleton is back, maybe the feeling is restored or something.
Mhm.
Surprisingly enough, I was just looking at their records. Spurs are 18-18, and Bucks are 18-16.
Wow.
So like them, that's what I'm saying. Like in the East, there's a lot of parity going on. But
Yeah.
let me see. Thursday, who do we got? Anything Thursday? Nothing Thursday. I mean, yeah, everybody sucks. We'll skip that day. Then we had my boys, the Wizards and the Bulls. Wizards are going to Chicago.
Give me your Wizards.
6-27 Wizards, 17-19 Bulls. You taking the Wizards in that one?
I'm taking your boys. I'm doing it.
Taking the boys? What you got, Fitz?
Wizards terrible. I'm not taking the Wizards.
You're gonna take Chicago after what they did to you this weekend.
Sure.
Wow.
That wasn't
Wow.
them. That was a different team.
He says it's the what do you call it?
Same
Cognitive dissonance. Yeah.
I just can't help it.
The big
I'm so
word.
sad about the Timberwolves, man. Every time I look at NBA, why the hell they get rid of Cat? That's what I get stuck on.
Hey man, I guess they looked at the playoffs and thought he was the problem.
I mean, I've never seen a team fall off this hard. I guess they haven't fallen off, but they just.
Did you see my Bengals?
To be honest, but I'll say, apparently the Jordan Poole over has been hitting. So if you're betting people, do your homework on that.
Jordan pull over.
Saturday we got the Rockets and the Hawks. So the battle of the James Harden cities.
Oh gosh.
Rockets and the Hawks.
I'm gonna go Hawks.
You believe in Lil Trey?
Yeah.
I
would take the Hawks too. Sure.
Take the Hawks. Shoot, I'll take the Rockets. I think the Rockets on this
Devontae
one.
setting us up.
Just zagging everybody.
Yeah. And then Sunday, everybody sucks.
Bucks Knicks is interesting.
Yeah.
Nugs Mavs. You got the Jokic versus Luka. That's always fun.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Something that now that I started back watching basketball, something to keep up with is like the people that are just randomly out. So I've been noticing when players sit out, it doesn't say like rest; it'll say like shoulder, back. So I think they're lying, but you know what? We'll never know.
Oh, they're 100% like shoot around.
Damn.
Just feel it in my back. Gonna need tonight off, coach. Yeah. All right. College hoops action. You got some games for us to pick.
Oh yeah. So as of right now, actually let me go back to the multi-view and see. So when I first came in, Georgia was playing Kentucky and Georgia was whooping them boys belt to ass.
Damn.
Then I went and got my food out of the air fryer and I come back upstairs and Kentucky chopped it down to I think it was initially like a 20-point deficit and now it was like a 5-point deficit. And I think everybody's in halftime right now. Duke is playing Pittsburgh, beating them. Florida is putting belts.
Florida is beating that ass. Oh my
Jesus.
god.
Number 1 Tennessee.
They're already
And
dead.
I have a theory about that. So when
Throw the damn towel.
they had Baylor, who was ranked for whatever reason, but Tennessee kind of played weak teams. And I forgot what his name was. Like everybody knows Akai Ziegler, the point guard, but it was a shooting guard. I forgot what his name was, Reynolds something. I don't know, but there was one game I watched. That man shot like at least 7 for 7 from 3, and they were just killing it. And they were riding that high for a couple of games, and then they started playing in the SEC conference, and things got a little real. And it seems like they're getting even more real right now.
Damn, dude. All right. So
Georgetown is Marquette right now too, so that's also a thing.
I'm gonna tell myself here. I threw in blind bets today. I said, "Yep, Tennessee will handle Florida money line."
Why did you check in, man? You got-
I did it. Cooper Flag. I said, "Oh, he'll have 25 points. He's got 19 right now. 2 minutes to go." I said Kentucky money line over Georgia, and then I said West Virginia over Arizona. I said Arizona's only won 8 games. Come on, give me the Mountaineers. They're getting belt to ass right now.
Yeah.
I fucking
That is
suck
a
at college
beat
basketball.
down.
No,
What in the
I'm
world?
telling you, all you have to do before you put those bets on your teams, you don't go in blind if you want to, but just look at the past couple of games they played, and then look at the other teams' past couple of games they played. And then from there, that's how I do like the over and under for the score, and try to like, all right, they scored this much here, this much there, and like use whatever bare knowledge I have on the teams. So a little
That's
bit.
what I do for football. I should have done that for college basketball.
Yeah,
I fucked up.
it's all gravy.
All right. You got any games for us to pick? Or we?
Let's look at them. Let's see. I stuck to the top 25 for the most part. Let's see. I know
Just giving money to DraftKings. What the fuck?
I think the at least rank to rank matchup that I see tomorrow is Texas A&M and Oklahoma. UConn is playing Villanova, who isn't ranked. UConn's they're not on a down slope, but like nobody's scared of them for real. Even though they're number 9, they're not like UConn that we know.
Right.
But past the unranked teams, we got UNC and State game. You know, the first matchup coming up on Saturday.
Dang, that seems early.
Right, but maybe it's for the best. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe it's for the best because the boys are not looking good. The boys are not in town at all. The boys are not. But let's look at. I guess we'll stick to Texas A&M and Oklahoma because I don't know too much about them. And the last time I saw Oklahoma, they weren't that good, but I do know Texas A&M were pretty good because it's still most of the same squad from the tourney run from last year.
Right.
Man, UNC's had a tough schedule. I feel like, they got 6 losses, but you look at they played number 11 Kansas, number 2 Auburn, number 16 Michigan State, number 5 Alabama, number 8 Florida, who's beating that ass.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It's a hard.
I feel like UNC could be sneaky because they front loaded their schedule.
That is a point. Exactly what the Buccaneers did. We'll get there when we get there. Yeah. So we got NC State and UNC. Michigan is playing at UCLA, or I could be mistaken. It could be flipped, but we'll stick to Texas A&M and Oklahoma. What are we thinking? Just going in blind based on their rankings and whatever other bare research you can do. What are y'all thinking?
Well, I'll go first because obviously you're just gonna fade my pick.
No, man.
I'm gonna go Oklahoma. I'm gonna do it.
Oklahoma, baby.
What game is this?
Texas
A&M.
A&M and Oklahoma.
Oh, that one.
I'm saying that like you.
Give me A&M.
A&M.
That's it, Fitz. Fade me. It's the right call.
They look decent.
Yeah, I can't bet
I know
against
nothing about
Wade Taylor. Wade Taylor the fourth. Wade Taylor the fourth. That's a shooting joker right there. Shooting almost 40%.
Damn.
Per game. Or maybe Oklahoma has the defense, but I'm sticking with Wade Taylor. I'm going with Texas A&M. Just money line because Oklahoma could just keep it close.
Right.
Yeah, and then as far as with women, it wasn't anything like any games going on. Women. Oh, Paige Buckets Buckets got hurt. She strained her knee, and I hate that for her. There was Keomi Miller, who was a freshman starting for Rutgers, has been a mess about that because she got sat like the last 10 minutes of some game. And then when they had a chance to go up again, when they were about to play USC with Juju Watkins, superstar in a nationwide, I think it's State Farm commercial. Already in a State Farm commercial, killing the game. Keomi Miller had a chance to go up on it, but they benched her. She, of course, The youth love Instagram. She went to Instagram, talked her shit, and now people are trying to boost their head up to transfer, but nobody wants that. Nobody wants somebody that's bigger than the program. So we'll see what happens from that. As far as matchups, Notre Dame is playing somebody. Wake Forest. Notre Dame is playing Wake Forest. That's not even a matchup for real, but it's happening. So, yeah.
Dang.
Oh, never mind. Going back.
Good.
It's 57-69. Georgia got their mind back right. So, yeah.
Okay. I like it. All right. Fitz, any college basketball?
Not at the moment. I'm
Okay,
deep.
perfect.
I'm deep
All
in
right.
NFL.
All right. I am too. We'll get into it. But before we do, let's do college football. We'll save our dessert for dessert here, boys.
I hate
Playoffs.
football.
I have not been disappointed.
I have.
I've been loving it. Yeah, I bet you have. Little shit. Let's recap. Penn State mollywops Boise State 31-14. Ohio State handles Oregon 41-21. I've never seen a more perfect half from a team than that first half. Ohio State. And then after that, they kind of put on easy mode. But 41-21, I mean, they handled the number one team in the country. Texas looked like they're going to dog walk Arizona State. Arizona State made a late comeback. They go to overtime, 39-31. It seemed like the Sun Devils woke up just too little too late. And then Notre Dame kind of shut up the haters, 23-10 against Georgia. So that leaves us with our final four. Ohio State facing Texas, Notre Dame facing Penn State. You say what you want with the earlier round games, the first round. These quarterfinal games, minus Ohio State, Oregon, these are all fairly competitive, fairly close. It was just impressive to watch Notre Dame out physical an SEC team. We've never seen that before. Ohio State getting revenge in a big way against Oregon. That was huge. So this was exciting. Boise State, I feel like they lost their mind. Like they just went away from what worked for them. But I loved it. Devontae, you watch any college football?
Yeah.
Any of these playoff games?
Sad. I hated it for my boy Cam Scatterboo. I ain't gonna lie. Like people were saying, like, why is he saying he's the best running back? If I was on that level and I'm doing what I'm doing, you wouldn't tell me different either. So I'm not mad at it at all. And to be fair, he did put up more stats than Ashton Gianti in a CFP bowl game against like another Division I Power 5 team. And he did all this. Man got a passing touchdown against a ranked defense, quote unquote. He got a passing touchdown. I'm pretty sure he got a receiving touchdown, and he got like 2 rushing touchdowns or something. And I hate it for them because they still lost. But man, I like the fight that I saw. I hate Texas made it. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of hate they made it, but you know, it is what it is. Notre Dame, trying their best to prove me wrong, as is Penn State. So we'll see which one of them can prove me right in that matchup. Ohio State pretty much was to be suspected, but good God, it was nasty, real nasty.
Yeah, I'm with you. Fitz, please tell me you at least watched
I watched all the games, and I didn't think they were that exciting. Like I've been hounding people saying how many good games were there. I think the Texas Arizona State was like the one good game. Like the rest of these games were decided after like a quarter, 2 quarters. Like it's just been, I think it's been like all blowouts. Now the argument is like, you know, you look at the seeding, this all comes back to the nonsense of the seeds. Like we all know Texas isn't the 5 seed. We know that. We know Ohio State and Penn State aren't the 6 and 8 seeds. Like Notre Dame, I'll give it to them. I think they were a heavy underdog, and they've proven wrong. I don't know. I just hate this whole thing. It's just like
it's
bad football, man. It's bad football. Here's the other thing, all right? Fitz rant. So I've noticed this. The difference between watching professional and college football is like even the commentary, like the commentary is never negative towards these athletes. And maybe like, I mean, on the one hand, I get it. Like, okay, you're not going to ream or blast a college kid on national television. But there's times that, like I noticed in the Arizona State game, there was a play that was a read option. So it was like Arizona State was inside the 5-yard line. And it's just like, all right, just hand it to Scatterby, right? Like just hand it off to the guy. And this was before he went on his tear. And there was a read option. The quarterback completely misread it and decides to keep it, and he gets stuffed short. And the commentary is like, oh, Texas defense all over that. And I'm watching it. I'm like, Scatterby literally got in the end zone. Like it was like a fake handoff. Like it was a read option. Scatterby's staying in the end zone after the read. Clearly, the quarterback has misread this. And they don't say anything. I don't know. It just gets annoying. I feel like the whole thing, like it's never like Georgia's down 20-3, and it's never, well, what's wrong with Georgia? It's all like praise Notre Dame. Wow, they've showed up.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. It just seems like, it's just like, I don't know. It's annoying.
So you want Kirk in there to be like, what
I
the
just want
fuck
people
is
to
Sam
analyze.
you are doing right now?
Like, I think it's annoying. I think college football is so sloppy. I think that's
I
what,
would too,
that's where it's like nails in the chalkboard. Is I watch it and I'm like, why that play call? It's like that was horrible. And the way that it sounds like, oh, it's this perfect game. Like even the game is like, oh, this is the greatest ball game ever. It's like these games suck. It's like, let's stop acting like it. Even the Texas Arizona State game, Arizona State played their butts off, and Texas, like that's the reality of college football. You can be so shitty. Like Texas played so shitty at the end of that game, but because they're better, because they're like that much better, they can just play sloppy and make it through. And that's considered a classic. You know, like that's considered, wow, double overtime. What a game. It's like Texas played terrible. It's like it wasn't really that exciting. It was exciting that Scatterby almost stole it from him. That's what was exciting. I don't know. It just,
yeah, but the counter argument, it was like Texas played a phenomenal first half, and it's like, wow, Arizona State fucking sucks, and all of a sudden it's script flipped, you know. So it's like they just couldn't put a full game together.
I don't know. It just drives me crazy.
But
it's whatever. It's okay, but I feel negative.
This guy
drives me crazy.
All right, let's do our picks here. Ohio State, Texas. Well, let's start Notre Dame, Penn State. They kick off Thursday. Notre Dame 1.5 point favorite, 44.5 still over under. This is the Capital One Orange Bowl played in Miami.
Notre Dame's favored.
Whoever wants to go first. Notre Dame's favored 1.5.
I would take Penn State.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Notre Dame on that 1.5 favorite. I think they're gonna set something up to make it.
Yeah, I look at I'm pulling Devontae here. You look at the past couple teams they played. Notre Dame played Indiana and then Georgia. Penn State's had a cakewalk so far. They had SMU and then Boise State. I'm gonna take Notre Dame. I'm gonna take the Irish here. I'm backing them. Friday, Ohio State, Texas. This is played in the Goodyear Cotton Bowl, so it's right there in Arlington. Ohio State 5.5 point favorite, 53.5 still over under.
Wow.
Taking Ohio State, whatever the spread is, I don't care. Taking Ohio State.
I'm actually going to take Texas in this one, but that's pretty high.
Wow.
I wonder if that's because they're in Texas. I don't like that. Now I was thinking Ohio State could be favored or it'd be closer than that.
Ohio State is favored. They're 5.5 point.
Oh wait, Ohio State's favored?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. I thought you were saying Texas is favored. I'm gonna pick Texas. I thought Texas was gonna be the underdog.
So you're taking Texas.
I'm taking Texas. I was surprised. I thought for some reason they were the favorite. I was really confused. Vegas.
Yeah,
Vegas just mind fucks.
Damn, Vegas. They do like to mind fuck.
Never know what they're thinking.
I've got to go with OHIO. I've got to. They shut me up against Oregon, so I'm gonna take the Bucks. All right, NFL. Let's talk about these three guys who were let go the past 24 hours here. Let's start with Doug Peterson. I'm not surprised. I don't know about you guys. I feel like his time was run up pretty quick. It's not all his fault. I think the Jacksonville's a dump, but it's crazy. Doug goes from winning a Super Bowl to Philly to being fired the year after. Jacksonville, or he kicks around for a little bit, then he gets to Jacksonville, and he just never could get the ground running. I think it's a lot of organization, but at the end of the day, I'm not surprised he's let go.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. This was a terrible season. It was bound to happen. I don't know. I agree with it, but at the same time, it's like, how much better are you going to get at this point? Because the way the coaching free agency is looking, it's like, are you sure you don't want to work it out, or no?
Right.
I just feel bad for Trevor Lawrence. This is how many coaches now? It's number 3 to get fired for him. So he'll be with coach number 4.
I think so.
Is that right? So yeah, that stinks.
Right.
Stinks for Trevor Lawrence.
Now these two did shock me. Gerard Mayo, Antonio Pierce. They're one and dones. I thought you at least give him 2 years to kind of get things right, get things rolling. You look at Gerard Mayo. He has a rookie quarterback. He's got kind of a whole rebuild across the board. They're projected to finish last, and they did in the division. But like, there's some glimpse of hope there. I think they panicked. They saw Vrabel, and he was taking the interviews with the Jets. Like, we can't let our guy go. And I feel like they rushed the decision to let go Gerard, which sucks for him, man.
Yeah, that one. This is the one that kind of threw me off, just because like, I don't know, like, you know, you look at the comments on social media and people are saying like, not a very good head coach, and it's like, how do we know, bro? Like, we look at the team he was given. You had workable running backs in Antonio Gibson and Ramondre Drake Stevenson. Then you had a rookie quarterback, one of the best backup quarterbacks ever, that had to start because the rookie quarterback had to start to, which I wish the Falcons would have taken that model. That's a whole different story. And then actually you have 2 rookie quarterbacks because Joe Milton played a hell of a game, and people were looking at that and was like, yeah, we got to fire this dude. And then I thought like, well, maybe they did to bring in Vrabel, and that didn't sit right with me, just because it's like, but he just got fired. And if you wanted him in the first place, why didn't you just get him, like, you know, when you figured out you were going to fire Belichick? I mean, everybody thought you were going to do it anyway. Why didn't you just do it? So I'm trying to figure out, you know, why the change of mind. And then Robert Kraft is acting all apologetic, like, oh, I hate we did it. And it's like, yeah, but this man is still out of job. So like, what do we gain from you feeling bad? So
Exactly. I'm with you, dude. He just got raw deal fits.
Yeah, I mean, part of it is I just think for the Patriots, they're trying to find that, like, it's weird because I think teams run into this when they've had a successful coach beforehand. And so you want to keep the Patriot way in this Belichick culture. And at the same time, whoever steps in is going to do it their own way. So it's not going to be a perfect match.
Yeah.
I think they landed on Mayo because he was a Belichick boy, but he was just kind of there. I think they were just taking a shot in the dark. I don't think he wasn't like their top choice. And maybe, yeah, I think you're right. Maybe Vrabel was more attractive in that regard. But Vrabel is, again, he's someone that strikes me as he would do it his own way. He's not going to, like, yes, he was a part of those Belichick Patriots, but he seems to bring his own culture as well. So that could be a better hire for New England. I just think that's always weird when you have a successful coach come in, like how to hand that off smoothly. I feel like it goes kind of bad. Like I feel like it just doesn't always work the way you think it would.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's clear indication, which kind of sucks for him. And then I guess the last one, Antonio Pierce getting let go. Once again, one done. I know I was high on him. I thought like he was interim coach. He kind of got the Raiders rolling. But let's be honest, I don't think it was him. I think it's bad draft picks. It's bad quarterback play. It's bad all around, minus Max Crosby, which I feel bad for him. Like the Raiders suck as a whole right now. Like I don't think Antonio Pierce could go in there and fix that. Like it's going to take a couple years to rebuild it. Unfortunately, he only gets a year officially at it.
I feel like he couldn't fix it, and like right when he tried to fix it, it got hard because people kept getting injured. He went through, I think, that was like 4 running backs actually. He went through like 4 running backs. Only about 2 of his receivers were actually catching. I don't know what was going on. Like I don't even know who his offensive coordinator is, but like there was nothing going for the passing game for real. My boy Jacoby Myers is kind of wasting away there, and I feel bad for him. Defense is pretty much all Max Crosby. I remember there was a point where the Raiders defense did look good, and then people got hurt, and then it was just over with. I don't know. It seems like they pretty much the same deal with Gerard Mayo and kind of with Doug Peterson, where they just had to make do with the GM's mess ups. Like they just had to make it happen. I don't know if like these were their guys and they were gonna make it work, but there's only so much you can make it work when the rest of the people in your conference are dominating from actually making the right moves, specifically in the AFC South with like the Texans and even the Colts to an extent. And then Gerard Mayo, literally the entire AFC East with new players. And then Antonio Pierce is in the AFC West. And he's seeing the resurgence of the Chargers, and you kind of just stuck here with the same players. It's kind of nasty. I will say, betting your entire season on Zamir White, I mean, shout out to 2-5 and all this, the 910, because he's from North Carolina, but that was not going to work. That man is not a workhorse running back. He's more or less like how Ramondre Stevenson was supposed to be, where he wasn't necessarily a workhorse, but he was like a third down back. That was Zamir White, but they didn't have anybody in place for him. So
yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
I totally agree.
It's weird because I think of the 3 teams, the Raiders are definitely one that they need their quarterback before they can assess. So I think that's where the Pierce one might be weird. That might be too quick. It's like they don't really have any pieces there. Then I don't know. I think that's just hard. That's just harder on the players. It's like you're just trying to get some footing. I don't know. Yeah, it didn't seem like that was I don't know. It's not a fair assessment. It's too early for Pierce. The other ones I'm probably okay with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. I agree. And the other openings, Robert Salah from the Jets, which he was already let go. And I'm missing. Who am I missing? Oh, the Saints opening, and then the Bears opening.
They said Rex Ryan had somewhere. Rex Ryan. Apparently somebody. We sent it in our group message. Jerry Jones blocked an interview with Mike McCarthy for the Bears. Rex Ryan threw his name in the hat. Apparently, somebody requested to talk to dumbass baby Arthur Smith, possibly the Raiders, but I don't know. But that's what seeing that is what I'm saying. Like, why are you going for coaches that have already been fired? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would get if they were fired, but they at least at one point had a successful record. None of these, I mean, Rex Ryan to an extent, but still, come on now.
Yeah, Like I think Ron Rivera is rumored for the Bears job.
They always do this though. It's always the guys that played for the former team.
Yeah.
Vrabel is the one exception, I think, of
It makes sense.
like these fired coaches. Actually, Saleh, I'm always saying that because he's in Green Bay right now. He's helping us.
Yeah.
After Saleh is the defensive whisperer to Matt LaFleur, and they take us to a Super Bowl. That's going to be a great hire come this offseason.
I want him as our DC. We just let go Lou and a slew of other like position coaches. Bring in Robert to do our DC. I think he's a wizard at figuring out defenses. But yeah, all right. If you guys got to make a pick for at least two of these openings, Mike Vrabel to the Patriots. That's too easy. Two other openings.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I think that's bad for Vrabel. I think the Patriots are going to offer him the moon, but I think he would be wise to not take it.
Where would you go if you're Braves out of these openings?
Honestly, Chicago. If I'm Vrabel,
that
would scare me. I'd be terrified.
That's the easiest pick for it. Like I feel like apparently his name is the hottest among these openings.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the Bears has got to be the pick. Also, like just thinking of like, are these football or ex-football players actually good people? And him and Gerard, like I'm pretty sure Gerard was Mike Vrabel's rookie.
Yeah,
I feel like, just for out of principle, like I don't think he can take that job out of principle. And it's like other jobs to take. I don't know. Like I would hope not. I mean, I don't know. I hope he takes the Bears jobs because he's defensive minded. A lot of history there. I don't know. We'll see.
It's going back home though. Like it's got a nice ring to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. All right. Any other coaching, hiring things you guys want to talk about before we do our wild card?
Do we think these guys that have been fired, will they be rehired as head coaches, or are they going back to those like coordinators, analyst roles?
I think they're going back down to some lower level roles here.
Mm.
Well, the other thing is all these, the assistant coaches that are still playing, like Ben Johnson. I know he's going to be the hot hire.
Oh, yeah.
I think. The Lions defensive coordinator, I think he wants to stay in Detroit, but he's another one that will probably entertain conversations.
They would talk about him going to the Saints because he's a former player for the Saints.
They always do that shit though. So like they're always going to do that. But Ben Johnson's one that I think he's gonna leave. Like his stock has never been higher.
Yeah.
Like if he wants to be a head coach, and I imagine he does, then he can go